Hello everybody. Again we are taking a problem from Compton effect only. So a photon of initial momentum p0 collides with an electron of rest mass m0 moving with relativistic momentum capital P and energy E. The change in wavelength of the photon after scattering by an angle theta is given by delta lambda equals to 2c lambda 0 small p0 plus capital P upon E0 minus Cp sine square theta by 2, where c is the speed of light and lambda 0 is the wavelength of the incident photon before scattering. What will be the value of delta lambda when the electron is moving in a direction opposite to that of the incident photon with momentum P and energy E? Show that the value of delta lambda becomes independent of the wavelength of the incident photon when the electron is at rest before collision. In part B, in a Compton experiment, the ultraviolet light from wavelength 2000 angstrom is scattered from an electron at rest. What should be minimum resolving power of an optical instrument to measure the Compton shift if the observation is made at 90 degree with respect to the direction of the incident light? This question was asked in JAM Physics 2010. So let us solve this numerical. Now here, what is given in the problem is the change in wavelength of photon after scattering by an angle theta is given. So delta lambda equals to 2c lambda 0 p0 plus p upon e minus cp sine square theta by 2. This is given. And also it is given that if electron moves in a direction opposite to that of the incident photon. So if electron, it moves in a direction opposite to that of incident photon, then in the above formula, P will be replaced by minus P in the expression of delta lambda. So this above equation will become delta lambda equals to 2c lambda 0 plus p0 minus p upon e plus cp, because I replaced p by minus p. Minus minus will become plus sine square theta by 2. So this is what I got. Now what is given is again in the numerical at the end it is given if electron is at rest. So here electron is at rest. So if electron is at rest, that means its velocity is 0. As velocity is 0 and momentum, it is nothing but product of mass and velocity is 2. So momentum will also be 0. So this expression will become delta lambda equals to 2c lambda 0 plus p0 upon e sine square theta by 2, because p is 0. Now we know that p0, it is nothing but h upon lambda 0. This is your de Broglie relation. P equals to h by lambda. So p0 equals to h by lambda 0. Also we know that E rest mass energy, it is given by E equals to m0 c square. So we can find out p0 upon E, which is equals to p0 is h upon lambda 0, E is m0 c square. So it will become h upon m0 c square lambda 0. So this is the value of p0 upon E, which we will substitute in this equation. So what we will get, delta lambda, it is equals to 2c lambda 0 plus h upon m0 c square lambda 0 into sine square theta by 2. So what we will get, this will become delta lambda equals to 2c lambda 0 into, this is not plus, this is into h upon. So here lambda 0 will get cancelled, 1c will get cancelled. So I will get 2h upon m0c sine square theta by 2. So delta lambda equals to 2h upon m0c sine square theta by 2. Sine square theta by 2 I can write as 1 minus cos theta. We know this formula from trigonometry, that 1 minus cos theta, it is equals to sine square theta by 2. So instead of sine square theta by 2, I will write down 1 minus cos theta. So this is nothing but your expression of Compton shift. Delta lambda equals to 2h upon m0c square 1 minus cos theta. So if electron is at rest, then this delta lambda, it becomes independent of wavelength, because here in the expression of delta lambda it is 2h upon m0c 1 minus cos theta. So there is no term of lambda. So we can say if electron is at rest, then delta lambda will be independent of lambda. Okay. Now second term. So in second term, for ultraviolet light of wavelength 2000 angstrom scattered at 90 degree. So here Compton shift, we know that delta lambda, it is given by h upon m0c 1 minus cos theta. Here it is sine square theta by 2 equals to 1 minus cos theta. 2 sine square theta by 2. So here 1 minus cos theta upon 2. So this 2 will get cancelled. So here we will get h upon m0c 1 minus cos theta. So this is h upon m0c 1 minus cos theta. 1 minus cos theta is 2 sine square theta by 2. So sine square theta by 2 will be 1 minus cos theta upon 2. So that is how we got this expression, which we are using here. So delta lambda equals to h upon m0c 1 minus cos theta. Now for theta equals to 90 degree, delta lambda equals to h upon m0c 1 minus cos 90. Cos 90 is 0. So we will get 1 minus 0. So that is nothing but equals to h upon m0c. So here we are getting delta lambda equals to, substitute the value of h is 6.64 into 10 raised to minus 34 upon value of m0 is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31. C is 3 into 10 raised to 8. If you will substitute all these values, you will get 0.0426 into 10 raised to minus 10 meter, or it is equals to 0.0246 angstrom unit. Okay. Now, again further in the example it is asked minimum resolving power of instrument. So minimum resolving power of instrument to measure the Compton shift it is given by R, it is equals to lambda upon delta lambda. Lambda we know it is 2000 angstrom. Delta lambda just now we have calculated it is 0.0246 angstrom. If you will do this calculation, you will get 81300. So this is the resolving power. So we calculated resolving power. They asked about the Compton shift that we have calculated, and in the earlier problem they asked about the if electron is at rest, what will show that Compton shift it is independent of wavelength. So that also we have done. So thank you.